What is going on, guys? It's Matt, aka Roddy Locks, back here again with another video today. And I'm super excited to inform you that our best bet of the day yesterday did end up cashing. We took Arizona -5.5 at -112, and they cashed for us. That was the second time Arizona has cashed for us since I started my YouTube channel, so it's pretty nice. I just wanted to look over this game real quick, kind of do a quick recap. Like I said in my video yesterday, I thought that this line was kind of crazy. I forget exactly what I said. I think I had it more so around like 8.5, and I said I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona ended up beating them by 10, and they beat them by what, 15 points? Am I dumb? Yeah, 15 points. Okay. Um, and we did have a little scare here towards halftime. Arizona or Purdue ended up going up, but Arizona figured their stuff out really quick. I mean, this Arizona team is just so dominant. They're obviously the clear favorite to win the tournament, and I don't really see another team really touching them. Um, One of the things we did point out yesterday was how many free throws Arizona gets against their opponents or versus their opponents, which did reign true in this game. Arizona is so good at getting to the charity stripe, and they ended up getting there 22 times versus Purdue's 13 times. What really did surprise me here, though, is Arizona shot 91% from the free throw line, which was amazing. I mean, they couldn't miss a shot from the free throw line. So even though they did get considerably less free throws than they have in their other tournament games, they ended up hitting 91% of them. So ended up working well. That was an easy cash. I will be honest though, looking at these games today, I don't have nearly as big of an edge because Arizona is such an easy bet, because Arizona is such a dominant team. These games are a little more wishy washy, in my opinion. I will be betting on both of these, definitely. I'll probably throw a points total bet on one of these, and then I'll throw a spread bet on both of these as well. If you do want to see those, follow me on Win or subscribe to me on Winnable, and then follow me on my X account. So it's X at Roddy Lock, and then on Winnable on at Roddy Locks. I will put both of those linked in the description. But to get into our best bet of the day today, as you can see, I am wearing my OSU gear because this does hurt to say, but we are taking Michigan minus the 7.5 today. We are taking Michigan with the spread, and I'm pretty confident about this. I did fade Tennessee last time against Iowa State, and they did end up burning us. But if we look at that game against Iowa State, we talked about this in our video yesterday. I mean, Iowa State had the worst game they could possibly have. And also, I did think that Joshua Jefferson was going to play at the time when I did make that pick. So that obviously changed a lot. But these stats from Iowa State, I mean, shooting 39% from the field, they shot 22% from three. They had only 22 rebounds versus 43 that Tennessee had. I mean, they got dominated on the glass. They couldn't hit their shots. They couldn't really do anything. So I do think that Tennessee's a little bit inflated in this spot. I think that a lot of people are seeing them beating Iowa State, which obviously is a powerhouse with Joshua Jefferson. And they're thinking, oh, Tennessee's looking great. When in reality, I mean, Tennessee's the best team in the SEC, but it's still the SEC. And as we've seen this entire tournament, the SEC is not really competing with these powerhouse teams, especially Michigan, right? If we look over here on Outlier and we look at the rankings in terms of Tennessee's offense versus Michigan's offense, Michigan's got them beat in essentially everything. except the offensive rebounding, which I'll get into that a little bit later. But they've got them beat in field goal percentage, free throw rate, points, which this points is kind of concerning as well for Tennessee because Tennessee's been playing all of these SEC schools, which don't have obviously very good defense, and they are 82nd in the country versus Michigan, which is 13th, right? Michigan's got a better 2-point percentage, 3-point percentage, free throw percentage. Michigan gets more rebounds. The only thing that Tennessee has them on is these offensive rebounds, but I don't know, man. With Mara down there in the paint, I really can't see Tennessee out rebounding this Michigan team, to be completely honest with you. Another thing that does worry me a little bit about Michigan is, let's see, is the fact that if we go over here and we look at this, so Michigan is in the past, 8 games, they have not been great at covering the spread. And towards the end of their season, I was fading Michigan a lot because of that, and I was winning a lot of money from it. But in these past 2 games, they've been covering it. I really do think that they're in kind of full form. They're in tournament mode, and they're playing at their highest ability right now. So it's a little bit concerning, but what can you do? But if we come back over here, another thing that does concern me a little bit about this bet is, let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it, but another thing that does concern me is pretty much everyone's on Michigan spread. I think like 70% of the bets and like 65% of the money is on the Michigan spread, and the spread hasn't moved at all, which is a little concerning, but that was kind of the same case with Arizona, so I'm not going to put too much thought into it. Really, with these games this deep in the tournament, I'm not really trying to put a ton of thought about like all the outside things into it. I'm really just trying to look at, okay, who are these teams? What have they done in the past? How are they playing right now? And kind of build from there. So if we look over at Bart Torvik and see these 2 teams side by side, first of all, I do want to say that, and this hurts me to say, but Yaxel Lenneborg is definitely going to be the best player on the court. And then also, if you guys have been watching these Michigan games, Mara has been such a dominant force in the paint. I mean, the block shots that he has, just being able to dunk without hardly even leaving the ground. I honestly think that Mara and Lendeberg are the 2 best players on the court, which might be a hot take, but just watching, I obviously haven't watched as many Tennessee games as I have Michigan games, but Mara's just been a beast this entire season. Another thing to look at here is Michigan does have the tallest player on the court by a pretty good margin. I mean, by a good 4 inches. And I'm pretty sure Tennessee definitely has the taller team. But like I said, with Mara down there, I feel like it's gonna cancel things out. If we look at these stats side by side, though, obviously Michigan has a much better offensive efficiency than Tennessee. They have a pretty comparable defensive efficiency. Their field goal percentage is amazing, and Tennessee's isn't really that good. Defenses on the field goal, pretty similar. In terms of rebounding, yes, I know Tennessee is number 1 in offensive rebounding. Michigan's great at rebounding. I don't think that they're going to have a problem there under the paint, especially with Mara down there. And then free throw rate, they're both 2 point percent, 2 point percentage. Michigan's got them beat by a wide margin, and in defense, they got them beat by a wide margin there. And then 3 point percentage. This is really where the margin starts to grow. Michigan's 11th in the country versus Tennessee's 236. So Tennessee's really going to be relying on those kind of closer 2 point looks, and Tennessee's been relying on those close looks down low, and with Mara down low, I just can't see it. I mean, if you look at Ament or however the hell you pronounce his name on Tennessee, a lot of his looks come from the post. They come from like right under the rim, and just Mara down there is such a force that I can't. I would be very shocked if Tennessee was able to have a lot of success down there under the rim. I think this is kind of a bad matchup for Tennessee in what their game plan has been as of late. And I think Michigan's really looking to expose that. Another kind of thing to look at here is the tempo. So Michigan's tempo is 98th in the country versus Tennessee, who likes to play a very slow game. You know, they like to really set it up at the half court and slow the pace down. And I really just can't see that happening against Michigan here. I mean, Michigan averages a little over 70 possessions a game, and I don't see Tennessee being able to drop that down very much. Like I said, Tennessee has been playing in the SEC, and I know I keep harping on this, but the SEC is a whole different beast than Michigan. I mean, the SEC likes to play fast-paced offense with little to no defense, and Michigan's got the fast-paced offense, but their defense is just going to give Tennessee a lot of problems here. And just to look at the play-by-play splits here, dunks, obviously we're not going to really look into that too much, but the close twos, Michigan's got great defense down there in the close twos, like I said, and that's really what Tennessee likes to do. Farther twos, Tennessee's not really doing it here, and then from three, Tennessee is not really great at all. So maybe I'm just like being a little naive here, but I don't see a world where Tennessee can cover this plus 7.5. I think Michigan beats them by probably 10 plus, I would say, but I don't think it's going to be really anywhere remotely close to the 7.5 that they have. So with all those things combined, that is why I am taking Michigan minus 7.5, as much as it pains me to say. But I just think they're going to be the much better team, and they're really going to give Tennessee the exposure that they haven't seen really all year. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave a comment. Any kind of criticism is, I'm all here for it. This is my, fourth video. So if you guys see anything that you're like, oh, maybe you should change this, I'd really appreciate it if you left it in there. I'm always looking for any type of criticism to make my videos better. Like I did say, subscribe to my Winnable. Every single play that I put out is free. And then follow me on X at Roddy Lock, and you can get a lot of my plays on there as well. I really appreciate all you guys for watching. I thoroughly enjoy doing this, especially here in such a fun time of the college basketball season. I love doing this. I love researching games, betting on games, and watching games. So I really appreciate everything. Be kind to someone today. Let's have a great night. Hopefully we come back tomorrow and talk about how stupid this line was. And we will see you all again in the next video.